can a deck of only 1-cost cards win some games of Marvel Snap? That's what we're going to find out today. So first I wanted to go over the deck that I made, make some discussion about some of my choices, and then we'll go from there. So like I said, the rules for this are only 1-cost cards, and there's one kind of caveat here. I did not allow myself Agent 13. I felt that was like a little bit cheating, just because you're guaranteed a random card, and most likely it won't be a 1-drop. However, I did allow myself to play Mantis, because Mantis is not guaranteed. You kind of gotta either get lucky or make a good prediction, and then from there you're pulling from your opponent's deck. So I did allow myself Mantis. That was the only caveat. Everything else is pure, raw, 1-cost cards. So, thought process here, we'll go through my selections and kind of how we wound up there. The Hood, realistically with this deck, you're not going to be able to fight for all 3 lanes. So you're going to have to kind of pick 2 and fight for them. So you'll dump the Hood in whichever one you feel like you're not going to fight for. And then the Demon is just a huge power card that we really, really want. So that's pretty good. Ant-Man is just consistent power. 4 power when you fill the lane. We're gonna fill lanes. We've got, all of our cards will always be affordable. We'll have an empty hand very, very often. One card that I'm happy I have for this is Bast. Bast can power up basically everything in the deck besides Ebony Maw and Zero. Everything else gets stronger because of Bast. And we need every single point of power that we can get. I'm running Elektra. Elektra's not the best card in general, but with how kind of thin our margin for error is, I figure if I can hit this with a Bast to make it a 1-3, that's pretty good. And then if I can destroy literally anything from my opponent, even if it takes 1 power off the board, that could be pretty important for our chances of victory. Then I've got Hawkeye, just a guaranteed 3 power. I was gonna go Squirrel Girl just so I can kind of play everything in all the lanes, but without any ways to buff them, that just felt really weak. I went Sunspot because we're going to empty our hand, so we're going to always have leftover energy. That means Sunspot, as long as he doesn't get Killmongered, should get buffed pretty well. Iceman, I grabbed just its Disruption. It can make something a little bit harder for our opponent to play, or make it so that they can only play 1 card instead of 2. And like I said, every single little minor advantage, even if it's a point on the board we can get, we have to try for. I could have gone for the Iron Fist Human Torch combo, but that just didn't feel consistent enough to matter. Korg was another consideration, and it's a card that I could see running over Mantis. I think that's the natural shift for this one. And if you didn't have Bast and you wanted to try a challenge like this, Korg would be my next man up. Korg or Nightcrawler probably. So those are things to keep in mind. M'Baku, honestly, it's just kind of if I don't draw him, then we get a free 2 power somewhere on the board. Maybe that can make the difference somewhere. Unlikely, but again, I'm going for every single bit of hope that we can. I almost ran Nova, just in case we ran into Death's Domain or, what was it? Vormir. But just playing this card just for hoping for 2 different locations felt not strong enough. Same with Quinjet, if we happen to get like Triskelion or something, but then even then that doesn't feel like the deck winning, so I left Quinjet out. Blayde I had in here for a second, and I could probably try and save him to be like a final turn play, since he's a guaranteed 3 power as well. I just wound up not going Blayde. Blayde could easily slot in for M'Baku as well, so if you wanted to do like a non-series 4 and 5 version of this, you would just drop Bast and M'Baku and probably toss in Blayde and Nightcrawler, or Blayde and Korg. 2 of those 3 would go in there. So I'm gonna hop into some games. We're gonna play a bunch, probably lose a bunch, and we're gonna see if we can, sneak out any wins. If we get a win, we'll probably try and get another win. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But we'll hop into some games. First game up against Axel, and we have Ebony Maw early, which is intriguing. Yeah, I'll do that. I need to get Ebony Maw out soon, but I also can't really afford to... Ooh, that's good. That's really good. I think we'll put Sunspot in the... No. I'm going to go Ant-Man with Ebony Maw, and that should be enough power to hopefully win that on its own. And then next turn we'll probably play Bast, Ebony Maw, and something else. And follow up Armor. And Baco. We're kind of going all in on that lane, but we're also dumping a ton of power into it. That's about 17 power we're adding now. And then what I'm going to do is play for Nidavellir, while also just hoping my Sunspot grows naturally. I'm going to wait and see what we get, just because 0 doesn't necessarily have to be the last play, and I need to see which lane I need to dump all this into. Depends on what they play here, but this would give me 16 here, plus 8, plus 7, plus 15. We'd be losing this lane. So is it better to dump everything middle then? Like that. The issue is, if they go Destroyer here, they're going to beat this left lane. But then they'd be losing this. And I think the best play is just do that. Actually, probably was to go middle. Hobgoblin. I think we still win, actually. Wow, okay. Challenge answered. Let's get more. We're gonna play another one. Alright, we've got another match. I don't think my play in the last round was correct. I should have gone double middle. But we lived to tell the tale. And we got a W. Iceman would normally be pretty disruptive, but I don't have anything. I don't have enough cards to play. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to win this one. Okay. Still don't like where we're at, but this at least makes the hood a positive card. We're unfortunately not going to draw any cards. This definitely goes here, this goes here. I'm going to hold on to the rest for now. Start growing our Sunspot a little bit. This is tough. That debris should have locked this up for me, unless they are going for a Hazmat Luke Cage situation, in which case we're going to lose. Do I have any other important ability cards to play? I don't think so. So I'm just going to play 0 there, just to fully block that lane. Just in case they're trying to go for like a Green Goblin or Hobgoblin. Korg. Yeah, M'Baku's almost not even worth it to play, so we'll just pass. If they hazmat Luke Cage, we go down to 4 in the middle lane, which we're still okay. 2 in a row is my favorite show. It's got to be a double take. Wow, we're getting very lucky with getting positive locations, but let's just hop on into the next one. And here we go. Let's start off with an Iceman. Well, Iceman never hurt nobody. Negative zone is not somewhere that I want to be hanging out today. I want to get Sunspot down. I also kind of want to get Mantis down. So let's do that and see if they're going to fight for eternity range. They're not. Or at least not right now. I am going to Bast, and then next turn we will fill up the raft, and if I get a 6-cost card from the raft, it's allowed. It's one of the few things our deck is good at, is filling up the raft. And now, Ant-Man plus Sunspot should be able to help us fight for that lane. Okay, we got some cheap swarms coming out. Losing Ant-Man hurts, but losing Sunspot would have been worse. I think I pass, because no matter what, I can play out my hand next turn, and we're going to just react to what they do on the board. Sunspot is going to get +5 here, and then +3 on the final turn. So Sunspot is going up 8. Okay, so they're gonna go that there. The question also becomes, do they have Hela ready to go? And do I just dump the 2 lands? Because they've already discarded, what have they discarded? Death. And Swarm, and I forget the third one. So I don't think I'm going to be able to, like, flood to win this lane. And I don't want to destroy the rock. I don't want to play Electra in the middle. We'll just see what happens. That's fine. Perfectly fine. That worked out continuously more amazing than I thought it was going to. Let's get one final one, and this will probably be the one where we take the L. I swear to you, I know there's going to be editing in between, but these have all been consecutive matches. Let's get one more. Ooh, okay. I quite like that I can get that out with his ability turned off. And I have no problem playing Bast next turn or even waiting another turn, because now we're going to get the hood buffed. Do I try and greed another turn for this? I think I will. No. I'm gonna pay for the greed. At least there's really no other horrible Bast targets to hit, so it's not like they can destroy my Ebony Mob, but it's in Ego's hands now. Although Demon would be a horrible one for this to hit. Play demon, please, Ego. No, no, no. No, Ego, please, no! No! Oh. I mean, a 1-3 still isn't horrible, but it's bad. It's real bad. We're in dire straits here. Oh, man.
Wind, aid my hand.
I have no hand to hit, my friend. Okay. Just get the extra 1 power, get 5 more to Sunspot. We are winning all 3 lanes, which is gross. Grossly wild, because Ego came over and we should have had an additional 5, at least 8 power with Bast. A triple lane Ego victory to close it out. I am baffled. But hey, we got 4 wins with a deck of all 1-cost cards. I want to do more weird challenges like this. I had a suggestion on Reddit. I'd asked some people what kind of stuff they want to see us do, and challenges like this were one of the options, as well as theme decks. So I really just wanted to start leaning into all of the fun that you can have in Snap that isn't just highlighting top-tier decks. So things like this, if you have a theme deck, I saw somebody on Reddit mentioned like all X-Men themed. If you've got theme decks, shoot them over in the comment section, and if ones look really fun or interesting, I'll start highlighting some on the channel, because I want to start doing weird stuff. This game has a lot of great competitive side, but it has so much fun side, and I feel like that fun side is not getting highlighted enough. So I'll move on to, 2-cost deck. 3-cost decks to be a little easy because of Silver Surfer. But I'll move on to 2-cost, odd cost, even cost, a bunch of weird stuff. We're going to get it rocking and rolling. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If anything that I just said sounds interesting and you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.